Coming up in today's video, guys, we have got one patient. So this is Katie only in today's video. My name is Taylor Green. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates. Now you can see we've got this very, very deep, compact. It's very, very hard. It's solid. I personally think there's been some cotton buds that may have been in use here, which is, you know, why you tend to see wax very, very deep inside the ear canal. Katie's got the standard size Zollner tube here, and you can see this is just brushing against the surface. There's a little bit of movement there, but there's something holding this in place. These are very difficult to remove. I gotta be completely honest. We are lucky in a way here that there is plenty of space for us to maneuver around in the ear canal. I don't know why this isn't coming forwards, but you can see as Katie's trying to get that suction grip, the whole thing is actually moving. You can see it's rocking slightly. So Katie's going to try and detach all this plug now from the sides of the ear canal, which should help us to get a little bit of that oil around the sides, which is going to basically help us get this out a little bit easier. But they are not easy ones. The other reason why this is not an easy removal is because the patient quite likely has caused a bit of discomfort by you know, jamming this right up against the eardrum. There's already going to be that bit of discomfort to the ear canal, especially with this harder type of wax. Now it looks to me like the patient hadn't used any oil before coming into this appointment. I might be wrong, but it looked very, very, very dry. Now, Katie's going to continue to keep popping a little bit of oil in occasionally, which is going to really help to loosen all this up. And you will see towards the end why this was quite difficult to remove. It almost looks like it's got different layers. There's two different pieces there that are starting to separate. It's an awkward position to remove wax from, and the biggest reason with that, when wax gets compact into this particular area, you've got, so this is an area what we would call the recess. So a recess in the ear canal is just in front of the eardrum, and it's almost a kind of slight widening of the ear canal where the whole ear canal walls just kind of open up slightly. And when wax has been pushed into this area, and then it, you know, as it hardens up, it almost acts like a grip. So it almost kind of holds on for dear life, which is why you're probably seeing it moving slightly, but just not enough to actually come free. Oh, it's really frustrating because it looks like it's about to pop out. A bit more oil has gone in here now, as you can see. And every one of those little wiggles Katie is doing it's allowing some more of that oil to get underneath that wax. It's going to act like a bit of lubrication to the ear canal, so it's going to help it to slip out that little bit easier. Oh, this is solid, rock hard. This. Giving this a really good go. Again, those wiggles that you can see Katie doing, that's just allowing the oil to get further in, and it's going to start peeling this plug away slightly. It looks like there's a bit of progress being made here. It looks like it's going to start to roll from underneath. Don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy watching these videos, don't forget to like. You can heart, you can share, you can follow, you can subscribe, depending on what channel you're watching on. I believe the only channels we're actually posting videos now is YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, like I said, if you are following us on those pages, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, give us a follow. We'd appreciate every single one of you. It really makes a massive difference. This is a difficult one. Now this looks really old as well. This wax looks like it's been in here for quite a while. when you get these pieces of wax that are right down over the surface of the eardrum, we get a lot of patients that experience intermittent hearing. So sometimes it will feel like it's cleared and then it will sort of block up, say like a week later. It's a tricky one, and I think that could purely be the fact of bath or shower. A lot of the time, where you can see this is, you know, moving quite freely, patient may get a little bit of water that gets trapped just behind this plug. So any problems that you get or experience with your ears, please book yourself in with a qualified audiologist who can take a look and can diagnose whether you do have a buildup of wax or whether it could be something completely different. Make sure they are an audiologist though. Make sure they are qualified to look in the ears. You know, don't just go to any old, you know, person on the street who's, you know, only charging £10 for an examination. Yeah, make sure, you know, do your due diligence. Make sure that they are qualified. Oh, we're almost there, and you can almost start to see the other reason why this was holding so well inside the ear canal. The bottom of that plug there, can you see that really thick white substance? You can see it just starting to show itself. So now this is starting to move. Katie's popped a little bit more oil in. I think this is, we're not far off getting this out. This is the, this is almost coming free. There we are, it's pulling forwards, we're getting there. She's done a really good job because, you know, some patients find it quite difficult to kind of sit through the, you know, this procedure when it's this hard and this deep. So, you know, Katie's doing a really fab job here. Look at how thick that skin is. So that white patch you can see under there, that's a layer of thick, dead skin. And that was holding onto the ear canal. That's why this wasn't really going anywhere. Here it comes. Oh, we're swapping tools. Yep, just that little tiny gap there. We can't really dig too far here because the eardrum is not far behind this. And then we don't want to risk pushing this further in either. I personally love the Rosen insert. The Rosen insert is one of my favourite manual tools to use. They would be perfect if the hook on the end wasn't quite as long. I think they'd be perfect. It was a little bit shorter. So the Rosen insert would be a perfect one to use then if it was a smaller little hook. So we're gonna try and lift from the bottom here now. I think Katie's gonna start aiming at this patch of dead skin. Look how thick that is. Oh, come on, it's a really frustrating one because you can see there's a little gap that's appeared there now. Oh, there it is. You can see that starting to roll now. There it is. Look at that thick ring there though. That's, oh gosh, that looks like it's been in there for a little while, to be fair. There's a bit of irritation there, but I don't think that is a sign of an infection. I just think that's just the blood's come to the surface of the skin there where, you know, we've been trying to get this wax away. So welcome to Question Corner. So we got two questions now from two commenters. We've got one from Michelle Salter 1755. Have you ever had wax so hard that a tool broke? No, to me personally, I haven't had a tool that's broken on me. You kind of know the limits of the tools. It sounds really silly, but they do have a lot of flex to them. But, you know, it kind of gets to the point if the wax is so hard, then, you know, if it's not really going anywhere, then we usually get the patient to kind of soften the wax a little bit. But, you know, we've had it to the point where it's almost kind of broken, you know, where we've had to put so much pressure there. But if you do have to put a lot of pressure on the wax, you know, some patients find it too uncomfortable. So generally we tend to get the patients to soften the wax if it is too hard. So the answer to that one is no, I haven't actually had a tool break on me yet. Second question there we've got from Celestial Rogue 6006, which I believe is also a member. So hello. We've got, how difficult is it to fit hearing aids for a client with very narrow ear canals? It is a little bit tricky, purely because we are limited normally to the styles and models that we can fit to these particular patients. If it's a custom-made hearing aid, we have to take what we call an impression. So we have to take a mold of the ear canal. If the patient has an extremely narrow ear canal to the point that it's almost completely closed shut, we either can't take the impression, or the impression is so narrow that the manufacturer can't physically make the hearing aids because of the limitation of the size of the impression. So the model we generally tend to be limited to is a small over the ear, what we call a RIC, or a receiver in the canal, which we can get different size domes. So we can get these little tiny plastic sort of, not plastic, silicone little domes on the end of those hearing aids. And we try and get a size that is comfortable and is easily inserted and removed. Because again, if it's too tight, that patient is going to risk that dome coming off in their ear. So yes, it is quite difficult because we're very limited to what we can fit. So yeah, it's really good couple of questions there, guys. Thank you very much for your questions. Keep the questions coming in, guys. You know, you may pop up on the next video. Your question may pop up. And I believe me and Reese will be on the next videos. So thank you for bearing with us. And take care of yourselves, guys. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks, everyone. Bye.